Welcome to the video. I'm Hebrew Hybrid, and this time around I'm going to be unboxing the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman and Robin toy line, the 7-inch action figure line. It's going to be a Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure. But before I get into that, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, do me a favor and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. It'll let you know anytime I upload a new video. Without any further ado, let's first begin with a quick look at the Batman and Robin DVD. Here is the front cover to the Batman and Robin DVD. Here's the back cover of the package. It's one of those with the plastic flap on the side. And open it up like so. This is what it looks like on the inside. All the chapters listed here. And it's one of those DVDs where you have the widescreen on one side and the standard version on the other to fit on a regular TV size screen. This movie came out in 1997 in the movie theaters. It is the fourth Batman movie that came out after the 1989 Batman movie. Some people really dispute whether or not this is part of the continuity, but it's the simple fact that Pat Hingle played Commissioner Gordon and Michael Goff played Alfred Pennyworth, Batman's butler, in all four of those films. So even though you had Michael Keaton in the first two Batman movies, then Val Kilmer in the third, and George Clooney in the fourth, they're all canon. They're all part of the same universe. Chris O'Donnell played Robin in the last two Batman films, and you know, there you go. That pretty much solidifies with Pat Hingle and Michael Goff being in all four films that they are all linked together. George Clooney plays Bruce Wayne and Batman in this movie. The first choice that Joel Schumacher had to play Bruce Wayne and Batman was William Baldwin, but he had to settle for George Clooney. And a lot of people have the opinion, and me myself included, that George Clooney was the worst Batman. He even admitted in interviews that he didn't take the role seriously. So there you go. Anybody that says that George Clooney was the best Batman, in all honesty, you're wrong. You're just wrong. In all honesty, Val Kilmer was actually better than George Clooney. You had Uma Thurman playing Poison Ivy. She did a pretty decent job. And this was a controversial choice on playing Mr. Freeze was Arnold Schwarzenegger. With his build being in the bodybuilding background, some people felt that Arnold Schwarzenegger should have played Bane, which Bane did appear in this movie, but he didn't really have hardly any speaking roles. If I remember correctly, a professional wrestler named Jeep Swenson played Bane. He was just basically a grunt musclehead that didn't really talk, that was one of Poison Ivy's minions. Alicia Silverstone plays Batgirl in the movie, except she didn't play Barbara Gordon, she played Barbara Wilson, who was the niece of Alfred Pennyworth. This movie is referred to as being one of the worst comic book movies ever made, and some people even go as far to say that this was one of the worst movies ever made. As far as being one of the worst comic book movies that's ever been made, it is not the worst, but it's definitely not one of the best. And as far as one of the worst movies ever made, there's definitely a long line of movies that is a lot worse than this. I kind of felt that this movie was made intentionally bad in order to kill the franchise, because I think they were wanting to reboot it several years down the line, which eventually Batman Begins was the reboot. But this 1997 movie, I felt they could have done a lot better job. They had the Robin costume look more like the Nightwing costume, which when I first saw the set photos back around the promotion period, Chris O'Donnell was wearing the new Robin outfit that looked like Nightwing. I kind of had a feeling that he was going to stop being Robin in the movie and start being Nightwing, but that never came to be. I don't know if it was ever an intention and they later scrapped it in the script, so on and so forth. I don't know. But the design of his costume was more like Nightwing than as a Robin costume. The first figure I'm going to be starting with, just like all my Build-A-Figures, is going to be the ones that's going to have the legs for the Build-A-Figure line that I always unbox. Here's the front of the package, and here's the back of the package. Here's the side, and here's the other side. Batman from Batman and Robin. Let's get started, shall we? Going to cut a little extra space here where the cape passes through so I can remove the figure, cape and all. The action figure is able to stand with a little bit of help from how far the cape droops down. It kind of acts like almost like a tripod, little back stand here. So the cape is pretty long to help make it stand up straight. Well, I'm kind of unsuccessful in trying to get the figure to stand by itself without the help of the cape. So it's kind of that's a bad sign. Here's the front of the card. Here's the back. Put the legs out from the molded bubble. Set them like so. Next up is the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy. Here's the front of the package, and here's the back of the package. Here's the side, here's the other side. Uma Thurman is a very well-known actress. She's been in quite a few good things like Pulp Fiction. She's been in the 2 Kill Bill movies. Very talented and very lovely actress. And it looks like the action figure is able to stand without an action figure stand. So that's a plus. Here's the front of the card. Here's the back. We'll fit the action figure stand right into where the peg hole is at on a boot. Let's remove Mr. Freeze's torso. Pops right out. Reflexes like a cat. I'll tell you what. Let's fit the legs onto Mr. Freeze's torso. Just to let you know, I did not really hear or feel a snap into place. So it feels like they're on. That'll sound pretty good, but it did not snap, if you know what I mean. Looks like the Mr. Freeze figure is able to stand at the moment. But a lot of these Build-A-Figures, I've noticed, needs a figure stand to keep it upright. So we'll see how it transpires. Normally I have to use one of the action figure stands from one of the 4 figures. But I had to use one for Batman. The Poison Ivy might be able to get one without one. But we'll see how it plays out. We'll see if the Robin is able to stand by itself. And that is the figure I'll be going with next. Here's the front of the Robin, the Chris O'Donnell Robin. Here's the back of the package. Here's the side, and here's the other side. These packages have been pretty snug. The Batman figure didn't really have a whole lot of trouble, but had some trouble trying to get the Poison Ivy box open. Finally got the package open. Man, that was a real pain in the ass. It does look like the Chris O'Donnell Robin can stand by itself without a figure stand, so that's a plus. Here's the front of the card. Here's the back. Since the Robin can stand by itself, we'll more likely be using this figure stand for the Mr. Freeze. Let's remove the bindings off of Mr. Freeze's arms. Pop them out like so. Let's pop these on to Mr. Freeze. Little orbital joint is going to come out, but make sure that the bigger hole is where the shoulder goes in. Yep. Snaps into place just fine. Let's do the same with this one. Snaps into place. Unlike the legs, the arms do snap. You hear and feel a snap. And let's not have any issues with the Mr. Freeze. Let's go ahead and put the figure stand on Mr. Freeze. And last, but certainly not least, is the Alicia Silverstone, Barbara Wilson, Batgirl. Not Barbara Gordon, but Barbara Wilson. Alfred Pennyworth's niece. Here's the front of the package, and here's the back of the package. Here's the side. Here's the other side. Probably the easiest package I've opened of the 4. Open this up, pull the carton out. Remove the molded bubble away from the carton. Place the carton over here. Going to cut the bindings off the Batgirl next. And it looks like the Barbara Wilson, Alicia Silverstone, Batman and Robin, Batgirl can stand by itself. So that's a plus. Here's the front of the card. Here's the back. Figure stand is kind of making it look like she's standing on one leg. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if McFarlane Toys rushed through some of these designs. What they did. They look nice. But you'd think they try to make the figures stand by themselves without a figure stand. The figure stand should be something to just in case you need it, not something that's required to use in order to make it stand. So I already gave it a thumbs up, but I'll probably just change it to a yeah. Now let's fit the Mr. Freeze shoulder pads and the head and the gun and whatever ice props that he's got on him as well. Let's see where they go. They got little prongs and prong holes on the figure. So just put them in there, snap them into place. Make sure they're nice and snug. Same with the other shoulder pad. Let's pop the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze head out of the bubble. Set it in there like so. Snap it into place. I feel it's in there really good. I didn't hear or feel a snap, but it feels like it's on there. Fit it into the ice gun like so. And it looks like he's going to be shooting out a nice projectile. Some very unusually designed ice props here. Got like a little closed area right here. Closed area right here. No really clear sign where they would go on the Mr. Freeze. But I am wondering if they go on one of the other figures. Any one, maybe. I don't. Mr. Freeze was able to use his freeze gun on Robin in the movie. So maybe these are meant for Robin. Here, let me bust open the other bubble here. Put these aside over here. Yeah, I don't think they go on the Mr. Freeze. I think they're meant for one of the other figures. Pop this out like so. Pop this out. Here is one of the ice props that it came with. Yeah, looks like it's like something got blasted from the front, and there's like icicles right behind. Pull the Robin aside here. See what we got. Oh, look at that! That's like a perfect fit. All right, is this the arm? Yep, that looks like the arm. This go on the other arm here. Yep, that's what it looks like. Does it slide up a little further? Yeah, this slides up further. And this goes over the hand. That's what it's made for. is molded for Robin. Doesn't look like it's molded for anybody else. Imagine that. Here's the front of the Robin with the freeze damage to incapacitate him. Here's the side. Here's the rear view. Nice. Let's get one final look-see at these figures of the Batman and Robin series from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. Here's the front of the George Clooney Batman. Here's the side. Here's the other side. Here's the back. Here's the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy. Here's the front. Here's the back. Here's the side. The other side. Here's the Chris O'Donnell Robin without the ice damage. Here's the front. Here's the back. The side. The other side. And here is the Alicia Silverstone, Barbara Wilson, Batgirl. Here's the front. Here's the back. Here's the side. Here's the other side. And just remember, these ice props are meant for the Chris O'Donnell Robin figure. These two go on his arm and his fist. This goes over his head and his shoulder. And this goes over his other fist on his left fist. If you made it all the way into the video, really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, shoot me a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Let me know what you liked most about this whole assembly, this whole unboxing and assembly. You know, I'm not really the biggest fan of the movie, but these are some very nice looking figures. Alicia Silverstone, Batgirl, they probably could have done a little bit better job with the likeness, but it's still a nice looking figure. They did a pretty good job getting Uma Thurman's likeness, Chris O'Donnell's likeness. Of course, you know, there's so much mask covering the Batman face, you know, can't really tell a whole lot if it's George Clooney or not. It does kind of have the George Clooney chin. They did a great job on the Mr. Freeze, looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So yeah, and remember the ice props, they go on the Robin figure. So I bid you farewell, support your local comic book, toy shop, and your local brick and mortar store. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.